This week on commandN, how to pimp out your iTunes, Richard Branson talks social media, and how to snoop on yourself. Our headlines this week are sponsored by our good friends over at GoDaddy.com. If you want to get savings on your domain names or hosting packages, all you have to do is enter a promo code that you can get online at commandN.tv/GoDaddy. Again, that's commandN.tv/GoDaddy. And when you use any of these promo codes, you are supporting commandN. So thank you very much. One of the world's most famous tech blogs is now in video. TechCrunch TV just launched, where they'll have featured videos about technology, including live video about 40 minutes a day. As for who you can expect hosting, Michael Arrington will be there, Sarah Lacey, and also some other people, including Andrew Keene. I'm not sure what his show is all about, but considering that he doesn't really love technology or the internet, that one should be pretty interesting.
Every single time there's a new technology, someone comes along and says what existed before was better, and we are degenerate, and we are collapsing, and we are letting the human race down.
There was a lot of buzz recently about a Facebook application that made it easy for people on Facebook to find their friends who were on Twitter. Now, even though this application had a lot of buzz, unfortunately it has never worked properly. Twitter announced on their blog that the problem is on Facebook's end. Fortunately, Facebook is trying to work things out, so hopefully soon enough it will be easy for us to add friends that way.
So you're looking for music for your YouTube video that's actually really good.
If you're one of those people on YouTube who likes to create original videos and use songs from some of your favorite artists, you probably know that you could get in a little bit of trouble and those videos could be taken down on YouTube. Well, fortunately, Rumblefish has come up with this new service that allows you to pay $1.99 for some of these songs that you can use in your own custom videos. This is great for anyone at home who likes to make home videos and share them with their friends and family and have something more interesting than maybe some jingles they create themselves.
Hooked on a feeling.
Now we're going to check out this video with a musician who is very passionate about what he does. This drummer is on stage at a venue which doesn't really match the type of drumming he's doing. He's very enthusiastic, he's got lots of energy, and what's particularly interesting about this video is when the cameraman who's shooting it catches that the drummer is so out of control that he focuses in on him.
Not a single thing. Cuff weeks, stick pin. When I step out, I'm gonna do you in. They come running just as fast as they can. Every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man.
For our power friending tip this week, I chatted with one of the most powerful people in the world about Twitter, the future, and how his business is using social media.
And there is touchdown!
Yeah, a lot of people just don't bother to read newspapers anymore, and they rely on things like Twitter and Facebook and other things for their information. So becoming more and more and more and more important.
Yep, the Virgin guy.
Despite a focus on online marketing, the billionaire drew a gaggle of mainstream and independent media when he rolled into town for today's lavish launch. In true Branson style, his onboard guest list featured some celebrities, including one of our own.
I'm always doing it for Toronto. I believe in this city more than anything. You know, more than I believe in myself at times. I believe in this city because this city is what made me me. So here I am, you know, Air Drake. I'm here on behalf of Toronto representing.
Virgin America took a bold step to promote the airline's first international route. They reached out to influential Twitter users, offering them free flights between Toronto and San Francisco or Los Angeles.
I mean, what we've tried to do is introduce sort of, to always be on the sort of cutting edge. And I suppose the kinds of people that are internet savvy are also on the cutting edge. So they appreciate something like Virgin America, having cutting edge technology, new planes, the best entertainment systems and so on.
And Branson wasn't shy about what he thinks makes his airline better than Air Canada.
The difference is literally between chalk and cheese. And Air Canada, sadly, has been one of those big airlines that absorb lots of other airlines, not great quality. Virgin America is just the best quality airline flying. Fantastic entertainment systems, great staff, beautiful lighting, beautiful seats, and above all, great crew. Absolutely loving their job. Really proud of it.
So right now you have your airline, you have Virgin Gaming, Virgin Mobile. What's the next big thing?
Oh, I think space travel has to be the next big thing, and we're very close now. There's spaceports, nearly completed in New Mexico. The spaceships are nearly completed. We're close to, close, only a year or so away.
Isn't that the sexiest spaceship ever?
Hi, I'm Jeff MacArthur, and on this week's Tech Tips, I'm going to talk about a few different ways to make iTunes nicer to use. So first of all, turn on Genius. Genius creates playlists based on songs that are similar to the song that you've selected as your seed song. It does this based on how other people have incorporated that song into playlists. So you can either click on that little atom thing that is the Genius icon, or you can go to Store, Update Genius. And these recommendations work not only in iTunes, but for your iPhone and newer iPods as well. And they work pretty well, and they'll keep working better the more people that use it, so climb on board if you're not already there. Second, show the main window with cover flow, especially in playlists where you can actually resize your playlist to get the largest album art. So that means drag that vertical bar up and down so you have no space at the bottom of the playlist with empty lines, and just fill up all that empty space with a nice album cover. And then on the side, show your album artwork viewer in the sidebar. There's a little triangle icon there for that. And click in the artwork viewer at the top to change it to selected item. And this should work great because the main window should be showing the now playing, and the sidebar will show selected item. That brings us to number 3, which is set your iTunes to automatically download missing album artwork. Go to Preferences, and in the store there's a checkbox there. And directly download album artwork for albums you don't have. I just do a quick online search using Google image search on the album and artist name. And then if you select all the tunes from that album, you can just drag and drop the album artwork straight from your browser right into that sidebar artwork viewer. So that works great, and it will copy the album art to every one of those songs, which is a nice quick way to do it. 4, make sure your visualizer is set to the new iTunes visualizer. The old one's fine, but it's not near as good as the new one. The new one's actually playing in the background here. And you do this by choosing View, Visualizer, iTunes Visualizer, unless you maybe like the old one. And then set your visualizer to go full screen. And you do that by going into Preferences and Advanced and click on Display Visualizer Full Screen. And that way when you start up your visualizer from the View menu, it'll take over the entire screen, which is a nice way for it to look. 5, use folders to organize your playlists. Under File, New Playlist folder, you can create a folder and dump different playlists in there. So I've got recent playlists, playlists in progress, old playlists, stuff like that, and it helps you organize that stuff a lot. And create smart playlists for syncing and other uses. So one of the smart playlists I use is a recent music playlist that omits videos and other media. And you do this by going to File, New Smart Playlist. I set media kind as music. Date added is in the last, say, 3 months. Limit to 250 items, just in case you do a huge dump in there. You don't want syncing your iPod to that playlist to crowd out everything else or make it so that you can't actually sync. So I limit to 250 items, selected by highest rating, which should give you better songs if you've done your ratings well. And I also click Live Updating, so new songs will be added to that. And finally, rate your music. I use 1 star to denote a skit or other non-song material. 2 stars is anything below average, 3-star average, 4-star above average, and 5-star excellent. And I'll often omit 1 and 2-star songs from other smart playlists since they're either not music or they're songs I don't think are up to scratch. So there's 6 quick tips that can make iTunes nicer to use. Hopefully these will get a bit more out of iTunes for you, and if you guys have some recommendations, please include them in the comments thread, and that way all our viewers can share as well. That's all for this week. I'm Jeff MacArthur. Enjoy.
My web pick this week is from my dear friend Leo Laporte. He told me about it recently on Net at Night, the audio show that we do together on the Twit network. Now, I'm not necessarily recommending that you use this site, but it's an interesting idea. The site is called Snoop on Me, and it encourages screen blogging. What it does is you download this little application, and then it randomly sends out screenshots from your screen on your computer to Twitter. This means if you are playing games online while you're at work or checking emails or whatever you might be doing, it could be sent out in a tiny little snapshot. Fortunately, you can't read a lot of the information, but again, I caution you before you use it. Now that's it for this episode. As always, we love your feedback. All you have to do is check us out online at commandN.tv. Leave us a comment. We're all in there. We're checking the messages, and if you want to send us a web pic, that would be fantastic, and video is great. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
2. Show the main menu.